All right, here with the world champion Liam Paro, bro. It's been a couple of months since we caught up, man. How's life treating you? You know, how do you look back on that fight, that win, and what's the past couple of months been like?
It's been good, to be honest. Just been having a lot of downtime, well-deserved rest. You know, it's pretty sore after that one. It was a physical fight, but it's just good to be a champion again. It really is. There's no feeling like it, and to be able to do it for a second time is pretty special. So, but yeah, just been enjoying life, enjoying the fruits of the labour.
What does the remainder of the year look like, man? There's been so much back and forth on Twitter. You know, yeah, Devin Haney, Kambosos has come in the mix as well. What's the next few months look like?
Look, we want to get back in the ring. We're looking at October 23 at the moment. No opponents locked in yet. There's still a few circulating. There's the Haney talk that's been going on social media, but that's all it is at the moment. We've had no contract come over or no figure, so that's all it's been. It's just a bit of clickbait, but it's good to be mixing around, getting some hype. Lopez fought today. I want that fight. You know, I think everyone thought the fight was going to be a lot better than what was produced today, and it is what it is. And yeah, I'm very confident I could beat Lopez. I always was, but even more after watching him today.
What did you see in there from Teo? And what did you make of the fight? And can we see a unification between you and Teofimo Lopez?
Oh, that's the plan. That is the bloody plan, is to get in there and to unify. It's what it's about, testing yourself, and if it makes sense, why not? You know, like everyone wants to be a unified champion, so we've both got a piece of the puzzle. So let's make it happen if we can. You know, look, I think people still think of Teo as this big monster that he was at 135. You know, I've said it in previous interviews. He didn't really hurt anyone at 140. Coming up to 147, I just don't think he's going to carry it. And just seeing today, look, he got the win. That's what you got to get first and foremost. He got the win, but I just didn't see anything that I was, too excited about. You know what I mean? I just seen him as another opponent. So.
Stylistically, how would you match up against the champions in the division? You know, run through them all. I mean, how do you match up there?
Yeah, look, I'm confident I can mix it with all of them. I have in the gym sparring with Haney before. I know sparring is different, but it gave me the confidence to let me know that I belong at that level years ago. Look, Haney's a good boxer. I think it wouldn't be a fan-friendly fight. Just that's his style. You know, he's very on the back foot and retreats a lot. So, look, he's technically good. He's a good boxer. Garcia is good. He's hot and cold, though. You don't know what Garcia you're going to get. So, you know, I'd flip the coin and hopefully I'll get him on a bad day and the rest could be history. But, look, and then going back to Teo, I'm confident I can beat him. I really am. It's just the names at welterweight now, they're huge. So it's super exciting to be a part of it, be in the mix. There's massive fights to be made. And, yeah, look, you even just touched on Kambosos before. If he gets a few more wins and the fans want it, I'd be down for an all-Aussie showdown. But, like I said, he's got to have a few wins first and get some momentum behind him.
How did the Kambosos fight sort of come into the mix? Obviously, you know, George has achieved so much in the sport and one of the, if not the most decorated Australian fighter ever. How did he come into the mix for this fight? Is it legit or is it just Twitter sort of talk?
Oh, it's just Twitter talk. That's it at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, he won't even get rated in the top 15 at the moment, coming off a loss. But look, I think it all started back when I spoke my mind. You know what I mean? And I've said this before. I'm not going to fluff up a comment to keep someone happy. I spoke what I believed about the Hitchens fight, and it kind of it steamed a bit of broccoli, you could say. You know what I mean? It touched people the wrong way, but I'm a realist. That's just the way it is. You know, I said I would be surprised if he's seen the final belt. Not because hate, because I've been in there with Hitchens. I know the caliber of fighter he is. And, look, call me Houdini. I guessed it. You know what I mean? But I think that's where that all started from. And, look, there's nothing better than a good old Aussie rivalry. Look at Green Mundine, you know. And I've also reckoned that we're probably, this could match up to be the biggest Australian domestic rivalry, just with both of our credentials. You know, it's huge. We've both got a lot to bring to the table, so if it made sense and the fans wanted it, I'll be down for it.
What about this fight? Nikita versus Ben Mahoney, man. What's your prediction for this fight? And How do you see this fight playing out?
Man, it's a tough test. Both boys are at the exact same level of their careers. And a win for whoever's going to skyrocket them. A loss, obviously, one's going to go back to the drawing board. I really can't pick it. I think they're evenly matched. I honestly believe it's 50-50. So whoever, I guess, follows their game plan and executes it to a T is going to come out victorious. Both boys are tough. Both boys aren't afraid to fight, so it's going to be a cracker. I honestly can't pick it. What's your thoughts?
I think Nikita might have a bit too much strength on the inside and stuff, but Mahoney's a very good boxer, man.
100%. And tough. Comes from a Thai background, so I've never seen Mahoney hurt. So look, it's just whoever wins, it's just huge for them.
Last one for you, Tim Tszyu and his win over Errol Spence. What did you make of that fight, and is Tim ready for another title shot now, or does he need a couple more fights with his team and continue to work with Jeff?
That was a phenomenal win, you know what I mean, and it was a risk because you never know what Errol Spence was coming back, and then they took that risk and it paid off for them, you know what I mean. Phenomenal, a future Hall of Famer, so it's crazy, and it's good to see Tim back in his winning ways and take a scalp like that. Is he ready for championships? I think so. It just has to be the right champion, you know what I mean? He's got a good team around him. He's got the great Jeff Fennick behind him now, so I think he's going to have a bit better guidance in that aspect. But, whatever they know what they're ready for next, and, I reckon we'll see him back in a title fight very soon. And, he'll get it done.
Beauty, mate. Appreciate your time and catch up again soon.
Thank you very much, brother. Cheers.